Suhan, Sohi, Sakhang, Nung, family. How do Ying, we, happen, na lu, upon something. Now Kanong, in nature. Go, one. Kyom, I don't know for sure. Go, two. Kyom, my best guess. Ge is the invention of scales, created the language. Lu, field of mathematics. 3. Kyom Srolang Nia, I love you. So when we think of a mathematical expression, 1 + 1 = 2, what we are really looking at is a proportional statement. So in terms of creating a universal language that is based upon emergence, female energy plus male energy, 50%, 50%, when they combine, boom, they create more than 1 + 1 = 2, they create 3. 1, 2, plus the offspring, the zygote, Z-O-G-T-E, the growth over an XYZ axis over time. And it can be one or more in terms of mammalian dynamics. Why this matters is because it acts as initial priming. Remember, when we're trying to create a language, the language itself is bound by pattern match recognition, priming to begin with. Primary school is where we get all our priming. And then that ultimately leads to pattern match recognition, cognition, which puts us in this sort of like zoned in, zombie-like state for the rest of our lives, socialization. And then that's further reinforced by confirmation bias and power of suggestion, which goes back to initial priming. The only way to break out of it or modify it is to introduce goal orientation, cross-pollination of ideas, and then transparency. And then that's just at an individual level. Once you get up to how intelligence works at a group and individual level and an unknown level, and the interplay between those 3 more factors, I think that you would also develop something like this. How do we create powerful expressions that combine chemistry, biology, physics, intelligence, and probability? I don't know, but that's what I'm working on. I mean, I've developed 4 theories for the military that, to the best of my understanding, they use to this day, and I'm very, very proud of my work. I can never prove that to anybody, but I know that that's true, and I'm very proud. Very proud. Like, brings tears to my eyes thinking that I helped the military with 4 different theories. So this is my 5th one that I'm working on. And it has to do with creating a language that doubles for artificial intelligence, K through 12th education, so it has to have like social, political, religious, economic, no class distinction, has to promote gender equality. I haven't figured that out. Has to do a bunch of things. And one thing I am starting to sort of zero in on, when I was out in the jungles in Thailand, I was working on this, thinking about my nephew or family member, Andy. We need to go back to scales in terms of creating distinction. And I have good reasons for that, because initial priming, you still need anchor concepts. So you still need composite expressions that allow you to go all the way down the rabbit hole of curiosity, but also keeping you tethered to reality. And the best expression I can think of is this for these multiple levels. And then again, this is all for creating a language and a tool that hopefully more people will use than any tool ever invented ever so far in human history. You know, make us the richest family of all time, and then obviously like 50, 100, 200 years after we're all dead, people will, you know, in theory, create much better, much more powerful tools that serve group goals, global goals, and personal goals simultaneously. All right, that's my spiel. And I do have a couple redundancy factors, basically like 5 or 20 insurance policies. It has to be easy to use. Theory of eggs has to help blind people because that's the right thing to do. And then it also starts adding the insurance policy